Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives to have a quick review impressions of a knife that I received in our pass around. This is the Kansept Egress. This knife is made by Kansept. The designer is Niche Designs. Not exactly sure who that is, but that is the Niche Designs, and the knife name is the Egress. So let's talk a little bit about the handle, scale, liner, materials. This is a micarta. I believe it's called brown micarta. It's got a very unique soft feel to it. As when I did my unboxing, I just thought it was really unique, so I thought that was really cool. It is a titanium milled clip, which is cool. Has some nice flexibility, which is great, and I like titanium for clips. It's always good for flexibility. Nice chamfering roundedness all the way around the micarta, and this material, I mean, I want to feel this. It just feels really nice. It's kind of a weird material. It's one of the nicest micartas I've ever felt, and I do not know why, but it just, if micarta was always like this, I think I would love it. So anyways, this is really cool. The materials is a brown micarta. It does have a steel liner on the inside, and we can confirm that right there. And you can see it magnetically, it attaches, so that's fine. It is S35VN blade steel. I don't know if you see that right there, S35VN blade steel. So we are dealing with that. I guess you could call this a reverse Tonto Wharncliffe. Really looks to me more with a straight and a reverse. It looks like a reverse Tonto, like a modified version, right? Definitely has a thumb hole, a fuller hole, whatever you want to call that. So there you go. Nice flat grind, goes all the way up to here. It is a pretty aggressive thick blade, and we'll take some measurements here in a second. It does have a nice sharp edge, nice pokey tip, which is definitely useful, right? It's got some jimping here and here, so you can jimp here and here. It's not super, the jimping here is okay. Here it's hard to get to because it's kind of recessed in here. Still kind of works a little bit, but you know, it's not super functional. You can choke up like this. You got to be careful, even though this looks like a finger place. You can't get this finger all the way up and that up unless you got smaller, not meaty fingers. So there you go. It doesn't have any thumb studs. Like I said, it's a fuller thumb hole. When you open it up, it is a front flipper, so you can do that. So it has a front flipper, and it has the thumb fuller hole, so it's great for reverse or front flicking with the thumb hole there. So that works really well. It is a liner lock, so the liner's in here. We're at a good 25% engagement. No blade rocks, and they're nice and solid. No pivot play. Well, here are the detent. Nice clicky detent. No detent lash, and they're really solid. Dead nut centered, which is great, so that's nice. Yeah, really functional knife. Very nice in that regard. It closes, you know, really good access to the liner lock. You can see that even in a little bit of chamfering there. So this is a very comfortable all day long kind of thing. What I like is when I drop this, it catches right here, and even if it didn't, right there, it would catch on my thumbnail. So you're not looking at a guillotine on the thumbnail or your finger, so you're not going to be getting cut up or anything like that. So it catches really nicely. So that makes it really nice. Loctite, we already talked about. Let's do a little bit of weights and measurements. Oops, dropping my scale over there. All right, so we're at 3.90 ounces. So it's, you know, it's not a little knife. It definitely has some heft to it and some weight to it. Let's go ahead and do a quick measurement of the distance of the length here. All right, so we're looking at a knife that's just 8¼ inches. So it's not a little knife. It's definitely a big boy, about 8¼ inches. Let's just make sure we get that right, because I don't think I was straight. I want to get that exact. All right, so we're 8¼ inches. So 8¼ inches. We've handle length right here. If you just look at this part, we got a good 4 inches. If you use that little part there, if you choke up, you've got about 4.5 inches. So definitely, you know, if you have large hands, I have large hands, right? So large hands, extra large hands, double extra large, triple extra large. If you choke up, you're going to have lots of nice room there, definitely for sure. So that is great. Okay, let's look at the blade length. So we're looking at a blade that is from the very tip to the top of where the scale is. We're looking at 3.5 inches. And if you look at from the tip, we're looking at just under 3.5 inches. So I want to say probably 3 7/16. So 3 7/16 of an inch. That's really what it looks like to me. It's literally right on that. So 3 7/16 of an inch. So, you know, it's almost 3.5 inches. It's going to be a pretty good sized blade. So let's look at the blade stock thickness and measure that real quick. Ooh, I have an O-ring over there. I wonder where that one went. Okay, so we're looking at a blade stock thick. Oh, well, we don't want millimeters. Yeah, we want inches. Sorry about that. I was measuring some O-rings and calipers for somebody else. So, all right, so we're looking at 139 thousandths of an inch, so 0.139 inches. So it's a pretty robust, thick edge. Definitely not a super thin one, so that's nice. Definitely got some weight to it, you know, definitely got some thickness to it. So it's going to be a good, hardy use knife. This liner lock is pretty solid, steel liner all the way through. That engagement is really solid, I think, and it's a pretty good thickness liner. So there you go. EDC use, absolutely EDC all day long. I love the material. For some reason, this texture is just, it's very soothing to touch. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I've never had my Micarta feel like that before, but I'm digging this Micarta. I don't know what the deal is with it, but this is cool. Okay, so hard use, absolutely. I think this is really hard use. Now, can you go butcher logs and cut down trees? No, don't be ridiculous. This is a knife. This is a pocket knife, and to use for everyday sort of tasks, right? But it's absolutely going to be great for hard use, opening boxes, breaking down things, cutting, you know. Could you cut some trees and limbs? Absolutely, I think you could, but could you cut down a tree with it and break logs? No, I wouldn't do that. Get a fixed blade or get an axe, right? But I think this one really is going to be a really good hard use knife. I like the size of the handle and the way it is and the way it works. It's definitely going to be, you know, it's just a lot of good firmness, good use out of this. Now, is it a collection piece? It's about a $115 knife, so I wouldn't say it's a collection piece, but you can collect whatever you want. If you like it and you want to collect it, collect away. But I would say it's more of a hard use. You know, it's almost a budget knife, but not quite. It's definitely over that $100 range. So for me, this gets into a very low end regular knife, right? So budget knives are $100 or less. Anything under $300 is going to be a regular knife. Over $300 to $600 is a high end knife. So this is a regular knife, and it's a very low end knife. Or if you were to buy this at, let's say you went to White Mountain Knives, you got 10% off, you would probably get this really close to the $100 range. It'd be really close to that budget, very top peak budget or very bottom regular knife range. But I think it's a great deal. S35VN blade steel is really great, useful steel. I find S35VN being a very well balanced steel for so many things. You know, it's just a great steel when you get a really budget knife like this. I think it's a great deal. So, ergonomics, let's talk about the design. Yeah, everything's round. It's very comfortable. There's no hot spot. This is completely rounded on the clip. I can squeeze, test, no problem. I can choke up, no problem. None of that's going to be digging in. Nicely rounded, what you'd want. Looks like nice and rounded in and out of the pocket. I can confirm that. It is a little thin, you know, but you know, if you've got really thick pants, it is going to stretch out a little bit. So just keep that in mind. You know, if you got really, there's that. So, but it's not reversible, right hand tip up only. So sorry, lefties, but definitely, nice in that regard. And choking up here, you can really control any sort of blade turn. Down here, it might be a little easier for it to turn your hand, but here you definitely can do that, right? So that's going to be nice. I like the fuller hole. Works really nicely. The fuller thumb hole, whatever you want to call it. And it works great left-handed, right? So it's really great left-handed as well. So, bummer about liner locks, if it looks like it's a single little hole, it could easily have drilled that over on this side and easily have made that. But, sometimes they don't do that. And I'm sorry, lefties, but that would have been an easy thing to do. But I know a lot of lefties will sometimes carry this in the left back pocket, and it'll work really well. But definitely very convenient. And, oops, sorry, let me do that. Very nice for the front flipping, right? It's a little tight on the detent for a top flipper. So I always like to tune a top flipper to be just a little bit lighter. Some people may not. If that's your primary form of deployment, maybe it's not. Maybe you want to use the thumb hole, and that's fine. And it'll definitely work really well that way as well. So there you go. Opening and closing is great. It really is. It's nice. Like I said, it gets past there, it drops really nicely. I think a lot of it has to do with the weight of the blade. If you were to put Skiff washers in there, I'm sure this thing would be even crazier nice. But it is really, really nice. If this aesthetic speaks to you, I think you're going to really, really like this. Just look at this knife in itself. The aesthetics on the blade, the look of it. It is just a solid, robust knife. I don't think you can go wrong with this one. I think you would be well pleased, and it would work really, really well for you. So Fidget Factor, you've got the top flipper, you've got the thumb hole, and guess what? I got bonus flip right? Because the flat grind part is exposed, so it's nice to have the middle finger reverse flick. So you got bonus flicking on here. So the fidget factor, this goes from a 4. I'm going to give this a 6. 6 on a fidget factor. I mean, for such a good price knife, I'm going to give it a 6 because the thumb hole, fuller hole, whatever, is just, it's nice. It works really well. You can get the whole finger in there, get a nice full flick. You can get the media finger in there if that's what your thing. And it's long enough you can kind of drag it down there and do that as well. So, I mean, there's just, it's really a very functional thumb hole. And the top flipper works really nice, I think. And you can also bring that over and do that. And guess what? I can do well, I can't really do a slow roll on this one, but I can do a slow roll on that, right? So that works. But yeah, really nice. And the reason why I can't do a slow roll is because it's like I said, the 10 is a little tight for a top flipper for me. But you've got the bonus flick, and the bonus flick works really, really, really well. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6. And so what is the fidgety goodness out of that 6 out of 10? This is a 95. It's definitely a solid A. I'm not giving it an A plus 100% just because that is a little bit tight, and I would have to manage it and change it. It's not my knife. I can't take it apart. I can't do any tuning. This is a pass around. So, and I believe Kansept gave us this knife. If not, it was one of the people in the channel pass around group that got this knife, and they're allowing us to share it. So either way, I appreciate the group and them sharing the knife so we can all experience this. But definitely a really cool knife. I'm getting more and more good experiences with Kansept knives. I've had some not so good ones initially, but lately I've had just some really good ones. And this is one of those. I had the Convict, which really stood out for me a lot. And then this one here is probably the second one that really, really stood out for me as well. I like this knife a lot. So, 95, solid A on the fidget factor, fidgety goodness. I mean, it's just really good for what you're getting. For the price of 115 bucks, and hey, go to White Mountain Knives, use RNK10, get 10% off, just around $100. You could get about $105, I guess it would be, maybe $104, $103, somewhere around there, right? It's definitely going to be a great deal. I think that's great. So overall thoughts, final thoughts. Is it recommended? Absolutely yes. Yes, 100%. This is a good value, good price. It's a good knife for what you get. I think you would do well with this knife. If you like the aesthetic, if this appeals to you, if this is a kind of knife that you enjoy, I think this would be a great purchase. This is I almost want to call it a budget, but it's just over the line, right? But it's still a great value. Definitely a great value. This is going to be absolutely a recommended knife, okay? So absolutely a recommended knife. It's one of these knives that I will consider as a gift knife. Obviously, it's not quite in my wheelhouse and my aesthetic, but I like it, and it's very functional. And who knows, maybe someday this aesthetic will start appealing to me a little bit more. But it's still, I mean, I don't hate it. It's not butt ugly or anything to me. It's just not quite my aesthetic, but it's really nice. So there you go. That's my thoughts on, hey, if you have any questions, comments about this knife, if you disagree, whatever, please comment down below and let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have any questions for the channel, any ideas for Rob's Ramblings? I'd love to hear from you. I would appreciate that. And as always, if you haven't subscribed or if you haven't liked the video, would you please consider hitting the like video first? I would really appreciate that. And if you already hit that like button, would you also consider please hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the videos really helps out the channel, allows the channel to grow, to be able to do more, produce more content, and ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys who do that. And if you haven't already, maybe hit that notification button so you can be notified of future content. And finally, to all my channel members out there, thank you. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys make this channel possible. I really am so grateful to every one of you. And if you haven't already, and if you want to help support the channel, consider being a channel member. There's some perks with that. And I just want to say thank you to you guys. Check it out. Would love to have you as a channel member. I'd be honored, and it would be an awesome way to help the channel grow. And finally, if you haven't already, maybe go over to Instagram and check me out over there at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.